Hi, this is Monica from the Stitchery, and welcome to the finishing and weaving in your ends portion of the making a dishcloth. Obviously, this is the same type of instructions you would use for any project, but parts 1 and 2 we worked on a little dishcloth, so we'll now weave in our ends and then it'll be ready to use. So all you need to finish this off are some scissors and a darning needle or finishing needle. This one I just bought at Walmart. I love these because it's aluminum, so it doesn't break if you're working through a tough spot. Also, there's a little fishing line type of end that you thread your yarn through. So it's really a nice big hole for you to get your yarn through, even if it is a thick or bulky. And it will collapse though if you're pulling through a tight stitch. So these are my favorite to use. I've broken quite a few plastic needles, so I switched to these. They're quite inexpensive and user-friendly. So all we're going to do to finish this off is we're going to pull our our crochet hook out of our very last stitch. We're done with that. Leave a bit of a loop there, and then we'll cut our yarn and leave maybe about 10 centimeters in length. And then you're just going to make a slip knot here to close this. So all you do is put your fingers through this last loop and then grab the yarn and pull it through to make a slip knot. So don't pull it super tight and kill it. You just have to make it tight enough so that it's nice and closed. This will prevent it from undoing. Of course, if you are quite vigorous with the washing process, it still can undo. And also, we don't want to leave it with two ends sticking out. So we'll weave those away. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that whenever you're weaving your ends in back and forth, you always go 3 times. So you're going to come 1, 2, 3, and that will make it absolutely secure. I've never had anything come undone where I've used this technique, and I will definitely swear by it. So all I'm going to do is put my needle in between the stitches here. So, and there's no magic to it, just kind of put them in where it seems to be working. So I'm putting them under these little bumps here from the stitches, and maybe go across about a little bit more than an inch, or let's say 3 centimeters. Pull through. Again, don't pull too tight or else you're going to yank that corner in. And then I've come out at the end of this stitch here, so I'm going to go over that and then go back under the same stitches or thereabouts. It's not rocket science. You just want to make sure that your needle's not showing through the back, because or else you're not actually stitching through. So if your needle is showing, that means you're just pulling the yarn over top, which won't secure it. So this is back, so that's my second time. And then again, this is where I've come out. And so I'm going to put my needle in front of that one so that it secures it. Go back about 3 centimeters or so. Just check my needle's not poking through anywhere. Pull it through, give it a little tug, and then you can use your scissors and snip it off. So now you've got a nice tidy little seam here. You can't even tell that you've seamed anything away. Usually the little end that I cut, I'll cut from the back side if there is a back side, but with a dishcloth there isn't a front or back, so just make sure you don't have a little end sticking out at all. So we'll do the same thing with what was our very first chain stitch or slip knot to start our foundation chain. We'll do the same thing, so we'll just weave through these stitches and try to make it a little bit easier to see here. Just kind of poking through. So again, making sure that you don't have needles showing through the back, and then pull it it through one time, again, not too snugly, and then skip over this stitch here, and we're going to pull that one through again. So that's the second time, and then over this last stitch that we came out of, and this will be the third time. Let's go a little bit farther. Doesn't hurt to go a little bit farther. Better to sew in extra than not enough. And then again, when you're done, give it a little tug so that it's not too tight, and snip your end. And we are done. I hope you enjoyed this series, and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.